Hello and welcome to Brand Watch. I'm here today with Benjamin Juru. He's a social media specialist, and Benji, you've worked with really big corporates in Zimbabwe, and we are so excited that you could join us. Welcome to Brand Watch.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Well, Benji, the first question I have for you is corporate brands and the Zimbabwean media landscape. In your view, how has the social media reshaped, or how is it reshaping the Zimbabwean brand corporate communications?
Well, thank you. When you look at social media within the Zimbabwean context, what we've witnessed is that it's almost like an evolution of marketing, whereby so many local brands are now getting onto social media and beginning to use it to reach out to their customers. So obviously, in terms of the communication aspect of marketing, that has changed in the sense that social media has brought inbound marketing. So long as you just put in a press ad and you just talking to your customers, I've got this offer, this promotion, but it's now two-way. Your customers are now beginning to engage with you on social media. So obviously that has impacted in the way that you communicate, and that is now shaping in terms of the direction which brands are taking going forward.
Now you talk about inbound marketing. How much should our Zimbabwean brands be prepared? Because we notice that there's lots of engagement going on now. And what needs to be done to readiness for this inbound communication?
I think the first thing that personally, from experience from managing some of the biggest brands on social media is issue of skills, upskill.
Yeah.
Not many of our local marketers really, up to speed in terms of, they know the technical know-how. How do you, handle social media? What are the basic tenets of social media? What is it that is important for you to understand? So the first thing that I would consider is that people need to be trained in social media marketing. They need to know, they need to understand the platforms. For example, on Facebook, Facebook is changing every day. Just last week, they tweaked the algorithm to change in the sense that they now have put certain points of the things, do's and don'ts when it comes to Facebook marketing. So there are things that if you're a local marketer, you need to be up to speed and know what's happening in terms of the development within that space. Then secondly, another very, very important element after your upskill is the online reputation management.
Okay.
How best to ensure that you've got someone, you've got a resource that is dedicated on social media, that responds to customer queries, because obviously when you go on social media, you've opened up yourself to the world.
That's right.
People begin to criticize, people begin to comment upon your brands and your services, so obviously it becomes very, very important for you to have someone who will be there, responding and engaging customers online.
Yeah, very interesting. You use a big word there about what happened last week, but let me throw in my kind of big words. There's things going on like search engine optimization, search engine marketing. How important is that for the Zimbabwean market?
Okay. Yesterday I actually put a tweet saying that if Google Glass was going to be launched in Zimbabwe, there won't be anything to search online because there's nothing online. When it comes to search engine optimization, we're basically talking about it's more of a technical process that happens in the development of your website or even post-development of your website. In terms of how you put in your keywords, your metadata, your description, your titles, and everything.
You keep using these words.
But in a very simplest, to that trend, I would basically call it your process of optimizing your content on your website or your other online property, so it is, it appears on the top search engine results pages.
Okay.
For example, if you go on Google, you just type in a certain brand, that's the results that come through. So there are paid results that you see on top, which is what you call search engine marketing, where you basically pay Google so that you can promote your brand or your products and services, so they appear on the top results. I mean, if someone is searching on Google, if I try typing something, how to swim, I normally check the first 2 or the first 3 results. So it is important for a brand to make sure that they represent the first in the top results on a search engine results page. So that basically what search engine does, that is if your content is optimized, we find that it appears on top of the search engine results pages.
And how many pages do people normally go through to? If they're going to do the first 3, do they then move on to the next? What are consumers doing on the internet now?
Okay, what you see is that how search has evolved over the years. If I'm looking for a product or service in Zimbabwe, the first thing I go to Google. Ask Uncle Google.
Uncle Google.
tell me about this, where do I find this, where do I get this?
Right.
So when people begin to search, and I actually recently, according to some statistical checks,
Right.
in terms of the most visited website from Zimbabwe, is actually Google.
Really?
It was Google number 1,
Right.
then Facebook number 2. So what basically that shows is that people are beginning to ask Google for answers.
Right.
Be it between products and services, be it, stuff that concerns, that concern their lives and stuff. But people are asking Google for answers in terms of questions, product reviews. They want to know more about the product, how to reviews. They begin to ask the search engine for results. So what is important is that you need to have your website optimized for search. That's basically SEO. Then also, if you can, if your budget allows, you also run search engine marketing campaigns where you basically promote your page, you promote your website and any other pages that you have on Google.
Now, there's all this talk now about Zimbabwe is now open for business, but the immediate concern, I hear you said it earlier on, that now you can actually pay Google. How, I didn't know you could pay Google to get your stuff up. How easy is it to get access to Google? I'm not aware of any Google office in Zimbabwe.
No, essentially what you need is that, it's a global village. It's online. There are no geographical boundaries.
Wow.
So essentially you do not need to have a Google office where you can go to say, guys, hey, this is my money. But essentially everything happens online. So you basically go through what we call, Google AdWords, which basically everyone is free to sign up.
Right.
You just sign up for a website, if you're an admin of a certain website, you sign up on Google AdWords, you create your account, then you enter your credit card information, then you begin to run your adverts. So essentially something just do online, and you don't need contact to anyone from Google. Yeah.
Very interesting. And so we're very excited to have had Uncle Benji, because he was talking about Uncle Google. And so we're so excited, a specialist in social media. We look forward to engaging you as much as we've engaged Benjamin in our next topic. Thank you for joining us.